It just didn't feel real. After 38 years of living there.
As crews continue to battle the Crown Creek fire in Stevens County, we are hearing from a woman who lost her home of nearly 4 decades. What she's saying tonight.
Cool mornings and hot afternoons. We've got a beautiful forecast.
There's room for improvement for sure.
That's one of the messages from a cyclist who took to the streets tonight with the goal of showing city leaders how things could be better for cyclists. That story tonight. Good evening and thank you for joining us for the KREM 2 Night Report. I'm Mark Hanrahan. First up tonight, tracking the toll of wildfires. The Crown Creek fire continues to burn tonight, weeks after lightning sparked it in the mountains south of Northport. It has burned both acres and homes. KREM 2's Cody Proctor spoke with a woman who lost her home of nearly 4 decades.
She wouldn't be gone for long. That's what Diane Schmill of Onion Creek thought as she evacuated her cabin as the Crown Creek fire burned nearby.
I had it in my mind that I would return in a few days.
But instead, the fire burned her home of nearly 40 years, taking with it everything she didn't pack.
It just didn't feel real. After 38 years of living there, wouldn't think a forest fire would come through and just burn everything up.
Diane's daughter, Deidre, was the one to break the news to her mother.
That was probably the hardest phone call I've had to make. It was hard to let her know that everything was gone.
Diane's been staying in a motel in Colville since then, but she and her daughter recently made a trip to see what the fire left behind.
I pulled up, and when Mom got out, I remember her saying, "This is worse than the pictures." And that's probably as much as we spoke during the whole time we were there.
Yet some signs of home survived.
There's a creek in front of the house, and there's a bridge. The bridge is still there.
Now, as the fire still burns nearby, both Diane and Deidre hope to rebuild her mom's cabin by the spring, but it won't be easy. Deidre started a GoFundMe to raise money for the project since her mom didn't have insurance.
She would just like to get home. She wants to have a small little cabin again.
But it'll be a long road until then. In Colville, Cody Proctor, KREM 2 News.
All right, let's talk weather. After a chilly start to the work week, the last official week of summer is about to catapult back into the 80s. Let's get outside right now to Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo for more on what to expect. Jeremy?
Mark, I could not be more excited about this. Today, it was a little bit warmer. 79 in Spokane, 81 out in Wenatchee, 81 down in Lewiston. We're pretty close to the upper 70s across much of the inland Northwest. Hit 80 over in Coeur d'Alene. Even Deer Park got up there. Not a cloud in the sky means temperatures are going to keep cooling overnight. We're falling all the way back into the mid-50s pretty widespread. Mid-50s, believe it or not, is still well above those seasonal norms. But you want to see some serious heat? Check this out. Tomorrow afternoon, we're not only in the 80s, but we're in the mid-80s in eastern Washington and North Idaho, near 90 in Lewiston and central Washington. Tomorrow goes into the books as well above the seasonal norms. To put it all in perspective, this time of year is supposed to be in the mid to low 70s. Overnight lows are supposed to dip back into the 40s. These temperatures are well above it. 85 tomorrow, 86 Thursday, 84 on Friday. Coming up, we're going to talk what that means as we head into the next couple of weeks.
All right, sounds good. Jeremy will check back in with you later in the show. And now to our night beat with a quick look at today's top stories. The judge hearing the case against Luigi Mangione has dismissed 2 terror-related charges against him. Mangione is accused of gunning down former United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson last year. The judge says those 2 charges are legally insufficient. Mangione still faces a count of murder in the 2nd degree, and he made an appearance in state court in Manhattan today. His lawyers want the judge to dismiss that murder charge since the 27-year-old is facing federal charges for the same killing. They also want to suppress evidence seized at the time of his arrest and statements that he made to law enforcement. The Justice Department has announced it will seek the death penalty against him in the federal case. Utah prosecutors say they'll be seeking the death penalty for the man accused of assassinating conservative activist Charlie Kirk. The suspect, Tyler Robinson, later made his first court appearance virtually from the county jail.
I am filing a notice of intent to seek the death penalty. I do not take this decision lightly, and it is a decision I have made independently as county attorney, based solely on the available evidence and circumstances and nature of the crime.
Investigators are piecing together evidence, including a rifle found in a wooded area after the shooting, as well as a note that Robinson allegedly left to his roommate admitting to the crime. The next hearing is set for September 29th at 10 a.m. A judge has convicted former Spokane tribe official Tawny Willow Colvin of 25 counts of bank fraud and 1 count of embezzling tribal children's funds. Acting U.S. Attorney for Eastern Washington Pete Serrano says Colvin misused her access to the funds meant to support children in need while employed by the tribe. She allegedly stole $50,000 from a bank account and another $50,000 in cash. The thefts continued even after her October 2023 termination. Colvin is set to be sentenced on December 15th. And the man accused of threatening his neighbor and causing an hours-long standoff just north of Spokane faced a judge today. The neighbor says Jeremy Patterson threatened to kill him while holding a loaded shotgun. A SWAT team eventually entered the house and say they came face to face with Patterson, who was pointing a gun directly at them. After 4 hours, Patterson eventually surrendered. Police say they seized 14 firearms, several of which were loaded. Patterson now faces 9 counts of second-degree assault and intimidation with a weapon. His bond is set at $50,000. And that's it for your Night Beat. For more information on any of these stories, just head to our website, KREM.com. All right, don't go to bed just yet. The Evergreen State has officially replaced California for having the most expensive gas in the country. The reasons why coming up. But first, a community ride to decide the future of cycling in Spokane. Details in just 90 seconds.